What is up, everyone? Killer35 Durant here, bringing you another video for Madden 19, and I'm doing something new. I'm doing live commentary, and I'm doing Monday Fun Day, because Mondays are the fun days, and so I'm going to do some Madden hypotheticals here, and you're going to see me. And my hypothetical for this week, the very first video in this series, is going to be, can Peyton Manning and his two receivers make the Browns better? And I can probably already tell you the answer to that is heck to the no. I don't think that he could. But we're going to give him 3 years, because, anything can happen in 3 years, and you never know how this game works. So right here, I'm going to make Peyton Manning, and I'm going to finish making the other two guys, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Okay, let's see where I'm going to put his stats.
Football. Can you believe it? Peyton Manning runs it in for the touchdown.
Alrighty, everyone. So I just now finished doing their player ratings, and I did it purely based on Madden Ultimate Team on Madden 18. So don't hate or do anything on these ratings. They were just purely based on what I had already seen. Starting point, I'm going to have it in the preseason. I'm obviously just going to be the coach of the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to let everything just roll and roll and roll. Just going to make sure that everything, because I'm not going to play anything, so just going to make sure that the season experience is just going to be on simple, because I'm not going to do anything with these guys. Just gonna make sure that they're still on the roster, and yeah, and I mean, you guys can use this league password to get into this league, but by the time that it's that I'm done with this video, I'm never gonna see this league again, so whatever. But so yeah, let's get it done. So right now, the Cleveland Browns, I'm just going to make sure that everything's ready. So this is actually pretty good. This is pretty death lineup right here. As you can see, Jarvis Landry is their wide receiver 3, and Josh Gordon, is their wide receiver 4. So I mean, even if they didn't have good players, they do now. I'm adding the death lineup right here. So let's see if Peyton Manning and Starvin Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne can compete with them. So I'm going to show you guys the ratings here real quick that I did with them. I did this purely based on the Madden Ultimate Team rating. I'm going to give the Browns 3 seasons to see if they can win a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, or Reggie Wayne. They're on 6-year contracts, so nothing should be too crazy. Obviously, Peyton Manning's throwing power wasn't always great. Everyone knows that, he's just an extremely accurate quarterback. So, for the purpose of this video, I'm actually going to turn injuries off, because I don't want like a season-ending injury killing like any shot that this video has of anything. So I'm just gonna play it safe on that end. So I'm gonna sim the regular season, because I don't know why I put it preseason. Maybe because I just didn't want them to get hurt or anything. So their preseason could have been whatever, but this is now where the real money is being made, and we get to see how Peyton Manning does in Hugh Jackson's offense and Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. Will they have the same success that they had with the Indianapolis Colts? So I'm going to go to mid-season, and I'm going to show you stats from there, and then we're going to go to the end of the season to see if they make the playoffs. And if not, my prediction actually is that they're probably going to make the playoffs, because Peyton Manning is a leader, and he's a fearless leader, and look, they're already 5-3, which is pretty good. So I think that they'll be able to make the playoffs. Will they win a Super Bowl in 3 years? Absolutely not. I don't think so. But, I could be wrong. So let's look at some stats so far in the season. So we have Peyton Manning. He's got 21 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, which is pretty good at the halfway mark of the season. I think that's pretty good. He's at 67% completion percentage, 310 yards per game. He's just throwing darts everywhere on the field. We have Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde not doing really much of anything. Their running game is pretty astute. Tyrod Taylor got some playing time in. But Marvin Harrison and David Njoku, their tight end, is actually doing better than Reggie Wayne a little bit. Reggie Wayne has 1 touchdown, and Jarvis Landry is second on the team in total yards. So I said to Jarvis Landry, him being a wide receiver 3 would be pretty lethal in terms of anything. Emmanuel Sanders, wow, number 1 in receiving yards. Like, that'll ever happen. Shout out to the Broncos, but I love my Broncos, but with the quarterbacks that they have now, I don't think that would be really possible. So Marvin Harrison's number 4 so far, and he is at 4 touchdowns, and Devontae Adams is at 8, so that's pretty nice. He's on track to have 16. Granted, they have played 8 games, so far so good. 5-3 for the Cleveland Browns. So let's see what they're going to do for the rest of the season. Let's jump to the playoffs and see how well they do. Let's see. I think they're going to go 11-5. 11-5 is what I'm shooting for Peyton Manning and squad to do. And to recap how deadly they were in 2006, which is what I'm basing this. Wow, my prediction was on point. But in 2006, which is the season that I'm kind of incorporating here, that's when they were like really good. And so in 2006, Marvin Harrison had 95 catches for 1,366 yards and 12 touchdowns. So that's pretty good, right? So let's look at the 2006 season for Reggie Wayne. He had 86 catches for 1,310 yards and 9 touchdowns. So that right there, like that duo, I remember in 2006 that duo being insane. So, 2006 was a really good year for the Indianapolis Colts, and I mean, they won the Super Bowl that year. This is the Super Bowl year. If you guys don't know, that I'm basing this scenario off of, can a Super Bowl lineup beat or will help the Cleveland Browns beat anybody in the league? And obviously I'm a big Peyton Manning fan, but I'm not gonna say that Peyton Manning with the Broncos was the best Peyton Manning. Even when he threw 55 touchdowns and you had Demaryius Thomas and Wes Welker to throw to, I still think that the 2006 Peyton Manning was definitely the better Peyton Manning. In 2006, he had 4,397 yards and 31 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Just 2 years before, in 2004, it was his 49 touchdown season, and he did really good then. So I think that overall, I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan, so no one will ever get me off of Peyton Manning. So let's look at the stats for the season. They went 11-5 like I predicted right here, and it looks like he actually has some stats similar to that season. In that season he had 31-9, and here he's at 37-9 with 4,400 yards when he had just around 4,400 yards in real life. So he had 276 yards per game, 37 touchdowns with 4,400 yards. They did not have anywhere near a 1,000-yard rusher, nor would really anyone if you had Peyton Manning. And surprisingly, Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison were both not the leading receiver of the team. They both led the team in receptions, but Jarvis Landry had 1,029 yards. Harris was 1 yard shy of 1,000. Reggie Wayne kind of very surprising there, but it's okay. And so let's look at the leaders of the league and see what they were up to. I mean, Peyton Manning can only throw to so many people, right? So Julio Jones was the catch leader, and he's probably the yards leader too with 1,300. Yep. And Jamison Crowder, who apparently is always an NFL leader in receiving in all Madden franchises that I've seen. Devontae Adams had a good year. Doug Baldwin has 14 touchdowns. That's going to lead the league. Cortland Sutton for the Denver Broncos with 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. Shout out to my man Cortland Sutton for putting up those numbers. And so that's what it's going to wrap up that. They had 9 yards of they were 9 yards of offense. They were ranked 9th in offense, and they had the 21st ranked defense. Going to the yearly awards, the MVP was Ezekiel Elliott. Peyton Manning was 4th. And that's really just all who it was. Ezekiel Elliott won MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Sean McVay, which would definitely not, even if he went 15-1, if Hugh Jackson went 11-5, he would definitely be the Coach of the Year. I think that there would be, without a doubt, no question, he'd be the undoubted Coach of the Year, because they were 0-16 the year before. And look at that, Peyton Manning already has a legacy score of 1,500, and he hasn't even done anything yet. He won Offensive Player of the Year, probably won Best Quarterback, and that's it. Kareem Hunt won Best Running Back. DeAndre Hopkins and Cortland Sutton. Whoa, look how terrible the Broncos did. 3-12. You gotta let Chad Kelly in after you start losing like that. And I have the utmost faith in Case Keenum. I don't think the Broncos are gonna be 3-12 this year, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna sim this game against the Steelers. They obviously won the division and they beat the Steelers 21-13. Let's see how they did in this in this game. I don't know where I'm going, but news, stats, playoff schedule. So wild card. I wouldn't say they barely beat them, but they did a good job. They only had 175 passing yards, which is pretty crazy. Peyton Manning with 175, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Juju Smith-Schuster with 7 catches. Marvin Harrison with 63 yards. No one else really did anything that spectacular, so good win for you guys. So let's see. They're going to play the 12-4 Chargers, and they're going to beat the Chargers. So the Cleveland Browns might already prove me wrong in year 1. They are going up against the defending AFC champions in the New England Patriots, and I think they're playing at the Brown Stadium. I don't know who First Energy Stadium is, but I'm pretty sure it's not Gillette Stadium. So they're going to be playing at Cleveland. And so, you know, I don't think Cleveland's made an AFC championship game since they got rocked by John Elway. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I'm pretty sure that the last time they made an AFC championship, they got rocked by John Elway. So we're going to advance it, see if they beat the Patriots, see if they advance on to the Super Bowl. And the Cleveland Browns with Peyton Manning are going to go to the Super Bowl. What did they do against the New England Patriots? Let's see if it was a close game. No, they rocked the New England Patriots 38-24. Peyton Manning with the 131 rating. We all know Peyton Manning, when he's playing Tom Brady in his home court in the dog pound, he would probably beat Tom Brady. So Marvin Harrison with 8 catches, 109 yards. Reggie Wayne with 6 catches, 78 yards. So I knew these guys would show up in the... But obviously my prediction would be wrong if they won the Super Bowl against the Falcons. But, you know, the Falcons... Who knows about the Falcons? I don't know. So let's see what happens. If Peyton Manning wins the Super Bowl this year, then I'm going to be very surprised. So let's see. How does this happen? The Cleveland Browns win the Super Bowl after being 0-16 by adding Peyton Manning. See, you know, that's all they gotta do. They just gotta give Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, and Reggie Wayne a call, and boom, they've got a Super Bowl squad right there. Peyton Manning throwing 2 interceptions, but had 305 yards. Devontae Freeman did alright, and Julio Jones, wow, he killed it, but they still lost. And Marvin Harrison had 3 touchdown catches. He was probably the MVP, but I'm not going to speculate. Look at this. The Atlanta Falcons blew a 28-7 lead to the Cleveland Browns and lost in overtime. No comment. If you're a Falcons fan and you're watching this video, I'm sorry, but that's just hilarious. I think that's definitely hilarious. They had a 28. It was 28-7. It wasn't even 28-3. It was 28-7, and yet they still lost. So Atlanta can just... I think this is just a joke on Madden's end, because there's no way that... I think that's funny. So, yeah, that's probably it for my video now. As you can see, could Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne lead the Cleveland Browns with Peyton Manning to the Super Bowl in the first season, they definitely did so. Peyton Manning didn't win MVP, but he definitely put his mark on history. And so, yeah, that's going to be it. I mean, I think that was a fun video to watch. I'm going to be doing this fun day every Monday. I'm shooting this on Monday, so it might come out Monday. It could come out Tuesday, but whatever it is, I'm going to just play this on Monday. And if it comes out on Monday, it comes out on Monday. I like this because it's a little Madden hypothetical. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to think of something to do with my Madden hypothetical, whether it be, would John Elway lead this year's Denver Broncos to the Super Bowl, or any year for anyone else. So, hey, if you guys have suggestions, let me know. But yeah, so that's going to be the end of the video. Be sure to hit that like button, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and share, definitely share. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and see ya.